What's up, y'all? It's your boy JTMM, aka Just 10 More Minutes, aka yes, I'm still dealing with sinus infection, but that didn't stop me from getting up early and knocking these out. 21st Century Blood, we made it. Now, what are my expectations for this album? There's a couple things. First, we're talking about roughly a 2-year gap, right? This is 2017. It says March of 2017. Escape the Mind was 2015. So we've got a 2-year time frame, roughly, between the two. I want to see what the maturity in the vocals are, in the songwriting, and the music, right? Now, we're only talking 2 years, but as musicians, that's a lot of time to discover who you are and what you're about. So I'm very curious to see what they're writing about. Are the vocals a lot more mature, as I said? There's a lot of stuff. That's what I'm kind of expecting I am expecting their vocals to be more mature. I'm expecting the music to have much more of a fuller sound to it, if that makes sense. Judging by the title of 21st Century Blood, my gut says that the lyrics will be definitely a lot more complex than what they were in Escape the Mind. So, with that being said, let's get started on this journey. Okay. Okay, I'm going to stop it there. These are very interesting lyrics because I'm thinking, we've got roughly a 2-year difference between Escape the Mind and this one. And these lyrics are definitely a lot more complex. We're the new generation, lost our salvation, another problem to be solved. So they went with the same rhyme scheme, right? Generation, salvation. We're the groundbreakers, honey, living for the money, 21st century blood, which is so true, right? Because, there is a lot of groundbreaking stuff happening at this time, and everybody's living for the money, right? Let's face it, costs have gone through the roof in the past, 5 years. Immortal souls dying, empires are falling, we're just waiting to be crushed. Politicians trying, but we know they're lying, every truth has been sold. That's a profound line to me at their age. Because we know it as adults, right? Politicians are just lying scumbags. I don't care what party they're in. All of them lie, right? It's been proven time and time again. They say one thing and do another. That's just politics. Every truth has been sold. Could not agree more. That's why I avoid politics. because everything they do is based on whoever is paying them the most to say it. We make the bill. This line is what fascinates me, because I'd really like to understand in the context of what they're saying. We make buildings when what we need are bridges. We're stuck within these walls. Because when we talk about we make buildings when what we need are bridges. Because to me, when I think about that, right, to me, I'm thinking when we're building buildings, meaning that more and more people are isolating themselves within their social groups, where what we need are bridges to close the gap on these social groups. And it's even more prevalent today. It's why our country's gone to hell in a handbasket. And they kind of allude to that even 2017 with this. Those are the profound lyrics. So I'm trying to take all of this in to really understand what they're talking about. Because again, for their ages, this is complex shit. These aren't easy lyrics. You could read this and go, oh, okay, this was written by a, 30-year-old or a 35-year-old. When you're making references, we make buildings when what we need are bridges. We're stuck within these walls, meaning that we're stuck within, again, my interpretation is we're stuck within these walls of each of these segregated groups based on what society has told us what box to put ourselves in, to segregate us even farther from everybody, that when what we need to be doing is having open dialogue to close those bridges to close the gap. And if that's what they meant, that's fascinating coming from them. But at the same time, it doesn't shock me, because if I take a look back at some of the lyrics from Escape the Mind, some of the analogies that they used in order to get those points across were quite complex as well. So it shocks me, but it doesn't shock me. Hey, yeah, what will our future hold? Will we regret our addiction to the rush? Now that one gets me, because I'm like, what are we talking about? Because I was trying to think back. Is that when YOLO kind of first came out? Everybody was addicted to the rush of all this stupid crap that could get them killed and saying YOLO. Because I want to say, seems like that was around that time frame, but I could be wrong. Remember, I'm old. Hey, yeah, we've always been so crazy, so let's fly away and roam through the world that is slowly burning in the flames. The world today is still burning in flames. We're more isolated than ever in these own little, political groups that society has put us in. And it's just getting more and more profoundly stupid with how we continue to segregate ourselves from one another. It's just absolutely ridiculous. People trying to find an identity when really start at your core of being a human and let's build from there. Then we can actually have conversations and figure out the rest of this together, but we've isolated ourselves so much we can't. Fascinating lyrics. They are a lot more complex than what I pictured. But at the same time, when I say that, it doesn't shock me. So let's keep going. Yep.
Every question answered, internet demands us to worship it like a god. Hey, yeah, what will our future hold? Will we regret our addiction to the rush? Hey, yeah, we've always been crazy.
Love that high pitch.
I run through the world and it's slowly burning in the flames.
That's nice.
What will our future hold? Will we regret our addiction to the rush? We've always been crazy, so let's fly away and roam through the world that is slowly burning in the flames.
God, that's catchy. Oh man, I wanted more. I wanted more. God, that's catchy. Dun, 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 dun. That's very catchy. Very cool song. Also very profound with the lyrics. Everyone's in depression because of an obsession with stereotypes around the world. Yep. It's the labels. It's the labels that people come up with that, you know, there's so many, whether it's stereotypes or all these different identities that are social boxes, I guess is the easiest way to put it, that everybody's trying to fit in. And if they don't fit in one, then there's a new one to come up with. And this idea that you have to be something other than yourself. Everyone's in depression because of an obsession with stereotypes around the world. Very true. Worldwide starvation, but in the situation, no one seems to care at all. That is another brilliant topic because people value entertainment more than they do human life. And that's just an unfortunate fact, right? The value is not of a doctor or a nurse or a teacher or someone that will change the world for tomorrow. It's an athlete, an actor, someone like that these people look up to, who is just somebody with a really cool job, right? Not somebody that's going to truly add to the advancement of the human being. Our communication replaced by animation, television has control. These are the lines that I was looking for. These are the profound, slap you in the face, wake up, take the blinders off, and see, right? We talk about the stereotypes. We talk about starvation. We talk about how communication has gone out the window and it's all about TV and what's on TV. And then every question answered, internet demands us to worship it like a god. I think back to 2017, you know, as when somebody would ask you a question, they don't know it. What do? They Google it, right? Or Bing it, whatever, you know, your search preference is. And if you don't have internet, what do? Right? That is a very cool line. That's probably my favorite. This is my favorite verse, I'll say, because this is the most hard-hitting verse out of this whole song. The opening one was good, right? With politicians lying, every truth has been sold. Great line. But the communication replaced by animation. And every question answered, internet demands us to worship it like a god. I love the rhyme scheme they're doing with on the same line, right? Depression, obsession, starvation, situation, communication, animation. Great flow, great rhymes, great message. This means that this is going to be a kick-ass album, if this is the opening track that sets the tone, it's truly going to set the world on fire. Now, I realize this is the past, right? We're talking about 2017, but this sets the bar very, very high for the rest of the album for me. So now I'm curious. Now that I've done the studio version, what is the music video going to portray? That's where my curiosity is. Because I think, a lot of times, as I said at the beginning, I think I did, I do the studio one first, right? I may not have said it on this one. I said it on with Escape the Mind. So I always do the studio first, and then I want to do the music video because I want to see if what they say tells the story in the lyrics versus what the video shows, because the video a lot of the times will directly tell you what they're thinking, right? So it kind of, it doesn't, for me, it doesn't allow me to picture it on my own. So I want to first look at studio, then I'll take a look at the music video, and then probably another live performance of it, or a live performance of it. I'm very interested to see what the music video looks like, to see if we get some of the portrayals of these stories and where they're coming from. So I'm doing my best to get through these. I do feel like absolute hell, but it's Tuesday and it's the Warning Tuesday, and I would not miss that for the world. Sorry. My head is very cloudy at the moment. Man, this is a powerful song. All right. 15 minutes from now, you will see the music video coming out after this. Stay tuned. Great video, great song, catchy tune. Music was just as mature as I thought it would be. The lyrics are a lot more complex, and the vocals were absolutely on point. I mean, just phenomenal. Harmonies are great. Danny's voice sounds amazing. Cannot wait to hear the rest. Let's check out the music video. I'll see you in 15 minutes. Y'all know who I am and what I'm about. I'm JTMM. I'm out.